Hello, everyone. Welcome back to English Talk.
Hey, our YouTube family. We're so excited to see you here today.
I'm Emily, and this is Jack. On this channel, we help you learn real, natural English you can use every day.
Today's topic is super important and really useful. We're going to show you how to talk about life changes in English.
Yes, life changes happen to everyone, big or small, and being able to talk about them naturally is so important. Whether you're chatting with friends, writing in a journal, or even doing a job interview, people often ask about your experiences.
And don't worry, we'll make it fun and easy. We'll share our own experiences, teach useful vocabulary, and give you tons of examples.
Before we start, don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoy this video. It really helps us out.
And subscribe to English Talk for more lessons like this. We post new videos every day. All right, Emily, are you ready?
Let's do it.
Part 1. Introducing Life Changes. So, Emily, have you experienced any big life changes recently?
Actually, yes. I moved to a new city last year. It was a huge change for me.
Oh, wow, that's a big one. How did it feel at first?
Honestly, it was exciting, but also a bit scary. I had to get used to a new neighborhood, make new friends, and figure out my commute. It took some time to adjust.
I totally understand. Moving somewhere new is a lot of work. I remember when I started working from home full-time last year. That was a big change for me, too.
Really? How so?
Well, I had to adjust my daily routine completely. No more office commute, more responsibility to stay organized, and learning to separate work life from home life. It took a few months to get comfortable.
That's a great example. Life changes don't have to be huge, they can be small too. For instance, switching jobs, starting a new hobby, or even changing your daily routine counts as a life change.
Part 2. Useful vocabulary for life changes. Let's go over some useful words and phrases you can use when talking about life changes.
Great idea. First, there's adjust. To adjust means to get used to something new.
For example, it took me a while to adjust to my new schedule.
Another word is adapt. It's very similar to adjust, but often used when you change yourself to fit a new situation.
Example, she adapted quickly to life in a new city.
Then there's transition. This is a noun that describes the process of changing from one situation to another.
Example, the transition from college to work can be challenging.
And don't forget cope with. This phrase means to deal with difficulties or challenges.
For example, I had to learn how to cope with the stress of moving to a new city.
Another useful phrase is embrace change. This means to accept a new situation positively.
Example, even though it was scary at first, I decided to embrace the change.
These words and phrases are super useful for talking about any life change.
Part 3. Sharing personal experiences. So, Emily, let's practice by sharing more personal experiences. Emily, tell me about a small life change you've made recently.
I started waking up earlier last month. It doesn't sound like much, but it really changed my mornings. I have more time to exercise and plan my day.
That's a great example. I recently changed my eating habits. I started cooking more meals at home instead of eating out. It took a few weeks to adapt, but now I feel healthier.
That's fantastic. Small changes can make a big difference over time.
Totally. And when we talk about these changes in English, it's important to describe how it affected you, not just the change itself.
Yes. For example, instead of just saying, I started exercising, you can say, I started exercising in the mornings, and now I feel more energetic throughout the day.
Part 4. Challenges during life changes.
Okay, Jack, let's talk about the challenges people face when life changes.
Yes, because change isn't always easy. One common challenge is feeling overwhelmed.
Exactly. When everything is new, it can feel stressful. For example, when I moved to a new city, I had to learn new routes, figure out where to buy groceries, and meet new people. It was exciting, but also overwhelming.
Same here. When I started working from home full-time, I struggled to focus at first. The lines between work and home life were blurry, and I felt like I was always working but not getting much done.
That's why it's important to take things step by step. You don't have to adjust to everything at once.
Another challenge is fear of failure or making mistakes. People worry they might not handle the change well.
Absolutely. For example, when starting a new job, you might worry about not performing well, or moving to a new city, you might worry about not making friends.
But the key is to stay positive and focus on learning. Mistakes are part of adapting to change.
Now, let's focus on how to express your feelings when talking about life changes.
Good idea. One useful phrase is, I felt. For example, I felt nervous when I started my new job.
Another is, it was for me. For example, moving to a new city was exciting but challenging for me.
You can also say, I struggled with, if you want to describe difficulties.
Like, I struggled with waking up early at first, but now it's easier.
And don't forget, I learned that to show growth.
For example, I learned that stepping out of my comfort zone can be rewarding.
These phrases are perfect for conversations, interviews, or even writing about personal experiences. Part 6. Small versus big life changes.
Okay, Jack, let's also talk about the difference between small and big life changes.
Good point. Small changes are things like starting a new hobby, waking up earlier, or eating healthier.
Big changes include moving to a new city, changing careers, getting married, or having a child.
When talking about small changes, you can use phrases like, I decided to, or I started.
When talking about big changes, it's common to include more detail. I moved to a new city last year, and it completely changed my daily life.
And remember to talk about how it made you feel. That's the key to natural conversation.
Yes. For example, instead of just saying, I changed jobs, you can say, I changed jobs last month. At first, I felt nervous, but now I'm really enjoying it.
Part 7. Role play. Practicing conversations.
Okay, Emily, let's do a role play so viewers can practice talking about life changes.
All right, I'll pretend to meet a friend who asks me about a recent change.
And I'll play the friend asking questions. Let's start.
Hey, Emily, I heard you moved recently. How's that going?
Hi, Jack. Yes, I moved to a new city last month. It's been exciting, but also a bit stressful. I'm still learning my way around.
That sounds challenging. How did you cope with all the changes?
I tried to take things step by step. I made a schedule, explored one neighborhood at a time, and joined a local club to meet new people.
That's smart. And how do you feel now?
I feel more comfortable and confident. I've learned that embracing change can be really rewarding.
Perfect. Viewers, notice how Emily used expressions for feelings and phrases about coping and adapting.
Now, let's switch. I'll ask you about a life change, Jack.
Sure.
So, Jack, I heard you started working from home full-time. How has that been?
It was a big adjustment at first. I struggled with staying focused and separating work from home life.
How did you handle it?
I created a routine, set up a dedicated workspace, and took regular breaks. It took time, but now I'm much more productive.
That's great. And how do you feel about this change now?
I feel happy and more flexible. I've learned to manage my time better and appreciate the benefits of working from home.
Part 8. Talking about life changes in the past, present, and future. Now, let's talk about how to discuss life changes in different tenses. It's important to describe when a change happened or will happen.
Yes, for past changes, we usually use the past simple. For example, I moved to a new city last year, or I started working from home in January.
Another example, I changed my daily routine a few months ago, and it really helped me feel more productive.
For present changes or things that are ongoing, we can use the present perfect or present continuous.
For example, I've been adjusting to my new schedule for the past month, or I'm trying to eat healthier these days.
And for future changes, we can use going to or will. For example, I'm going to start exercising more next week, or I will move to a new apartment soon.
Using the correct tense helps your listener understand when the change happened and how it affects you now.
Part 9. More advanced phrases for life changes.
Let's go over some advanced phrases that make your English sound more natural.
Great. First, there's turning point. This describes a moment when something important changed your life.
Example, moving abroad was a turning point in my life. It taught me independence and resilience.
Another useful phrase is life-changing experience.
Example, starting my new job was a life-changing experience because I learned so much.
Then there's step out of your comfort zone.
Example, joining a public speaking club helped me step out of my comfort zone.
And finally, embrace new opportunities.
Example, when I moved to a new city, I embraced new opportunities and met amazing people. Using these phrases can make your conversation more expressive and professional.
Part 10. Role play. Asking about life changes.
Okay, Jack, let's do another role play. This time, viewers can practice asking questions about life changes.
I'll be the friend asking the questions.
Hey, Jack, I heard you recently started a new hobby. How